You are now tuned into Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib.
I did it again. I pushed the wrong button. But anyway, what's good and 10 pretty people? My name is Khary. This is my crib. And tonight, I invite you into my home for another evening of Khary's Crib Live. It's the live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, something like a showcase. Though we ain't showcasing nobody today. We're doing that again next week. We're going to be back to showcasing some different poets. Eventually, we're going to have some MCs come up and do their thing, showcase their skills and talents. You know, it should be a good episode, though. We're going to do a little recap of the Versus battle last night. For those of you that may not be aware, I streamed the Versus battle yesterday evening. It was a pretty good show. I liked it. We're going to talk about that this evening. We're going to go over a little bit of news. It's been pretty much of a light week this week so far. The week is just about over. It's Friday, right? Happy Friday to those of you that actually work Monday through Friday and off on the weekends and shit. For those of you that just are just chilling right now, hope you get a job soon, but enjoy your time off. Shit like that, if you're enjoying your time off and not stressed like that. Only if you're stressed. But it should be a good evening. It should be a good evening. The Versus battle yesterday was my highest streamed battle thus far that I've actually streamed on here. The first one I had maybe like 60,000 or something like that. The last one was DMX and Snoop Dogg. That's up to like almost 113, 120,000, something like that. But in one day, this battle has already exceeded 223,000 views, which is crazy. I was shocked and surprised, but I had a good time. A lot of people actually joined and watch the stream. Actually, last night, rapper Cameron from Harlem, Dipset, he posted a video of him and his shorty dancing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He was being litty with his shorty with the titties and shit like that, but he was vibing to the battle. And you know what was on the TV in the background? Khary's Crib. Cameron was chilling with us last night, vibing with us. That's kind of dope. And the reason how I found that out was that somebody sent me a message or posted on one of my posts, made a comment and said, yo, go check out Cam. He got your videos in the background. I said, all right. So I went and checked it, and then I went back to say, yo, appreciate that. And I'm like, who sent me that? And it was Jasmine Cashmere. For those of you that know the porn industry, she's an ex-porn star, but she actually put me onto that, and I was like, wow, that's kind of dope. A lot of people checked in, and it was a good time. I had to bark on a couple of people that was trying to get at me in the comments and shit like that. They was like, yo, we ain't come here to see you, shut up. I'm like, yo, family, do not come to my house and tell me to be quiet, you know what I'm saying? So I had to get at a couple of people. If you're gonna come here and chill with me, don't jump in the comments and tell me, yo, be quiet, shut up, we ain't come here to see you. Nigga, you come on my channel, you came here to see me as well as them. Not necessarily to see me, but you will see me, and that's how we keep the stream going and not dying like some people's do for copyrights and things like that. I have a specific method to my madness, so when I'm acting silly and doing shit and I got the echo going, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense to me, even though it might not to you. But I'm having a good time. Smoking on this cookie dough today. That's what I've been puffing on today. My guy actually just stopped through a little while ago, dropped me off some of this banana kush. That's that what I said? Banana kush? What did I say? Banana kush?
Banana kush.
Banana kush. That's Janae. She's a production man. What would be your official title, Janae?
Your help. What else you need me to do? I try to help you out.
No, I think you need a more respectable title than the help. You know, that I don't like that title. That sounds like like supposed to be wearing like an apron. Like, yes, sir. What can I do for you? You know?
Well, since you typically produce this, you produce the hell out of this. All those graphics, the scroll you see, your question, your topic of the day, the just everything on there. That's all you. I'm just out here helping you, making sure that we get like all the details, the fine details together. So
Well, thank
whatever
you.
you need to be,
You're very helpful. I tell you that. You're very helpful.
I'm happy to hear that. But what are you smoking on now? You said you got banana kush, but that's not what you have.
I got some banana kush, but I got a couple of these joints rolled up. This is some cookie dough. Some cookie dough, yeah. Yeah, I got this got this when I was out last night. So I'm gonna finish telling you about the versus battle a little bit from my perspective for streaming. I actually got the cookie dough last night when I was out because I had to run out after the versus battle. But the battle went good. The battle lasted about 2 hours. It ended close to 10 o'clock, if not a little bit after maybe. And after the battle, we got into a call-in where people can give us a call and tell us what their thoughts and opinions on the show. Right now, how far did you watch? Did you watch last night, Janae?
I watched a bit of it, yeah.
But you didn't,
I didn't see you going back and forth with anybody.
Okay, so you didn't watch up to the end.
I did not watch it to the
so
end.
Even though I was about 10 minutes from wrapping up the show, when all of a sudden my screen froze. Not my screen on my computer, my screen on my camera. My camera screen froze, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck's going on? And I realized, like, yo, my screen's froze. And right when I said my screen's froze, my whole computer crashed. My screen went blue. It crashed on me. It died. Ended the I was like, what the fuck? I came back on. I was only back on for about 11 minutes. A few people did come back and join me and things like that. I tried to explain it a little bit and let people know that my system did crash. But this morning, when I turned my computer on this morning, the first thing I did was I went into my error logs. And when I went into my error logs, I wanted to see what the hell happened last night. What made my machine just crash out of the blue? And you know what made my machine crash out of the blue?
Was it the banana kush?
No, it wasn't the banana. I wish. No, I don't wish. But Windows made my computer crash.
What is it?
Windows made my computer crash.
No, it didn't. Really?
Yes. A bug with Windows caused my computer to crash. I went through my event log, system, error. I scrolled through information, error. Look at the error.
Wow.
The system crashed. Duh. So I go back and see what was going on. Right? There was 3 events that happened right before it crashed. The 3 events was Windows update started running.
You gotta be kidding me.
Windows Update started installing an update for Windows Defender. Windows Update finished installing the update for Windows Defender. System crash. But here's the ironic part. I have Windows Update turned off. I don't have no Windows Update features turned on. I have all features for Windows Update turned off. So I'm perplexed. It's a bug. My brother said he experienced something very similar to that a couple of weeks ago on his machine. But yeah, I was kind of pissed. I'm not sure if there's any way I can alleviate that in the future. I could have had all of those settings turned off just so nothing like that happens. So my machine doesn't start updating while I'm in the middle of doing something. So I was a little.
I just want to point out, I'm so upset about that. I'm happy that you figured that out. But I just want to point out, you got a lot of action on YouTube right now and a lot of new people commenting. I don't know if you know Mikey G13.
No, I don't. No, I don't know our new house guests in the chat, which I refer to all of my everybody in the chat as my house guests. So I would like to say welcome to all of our new house guests in the chat. The Bullet Gotti Show, Mikey G13, Brian Martinez. I appreciate y'all from joining. Did y'all check out the versus battle last night? Tyrellus Zacharias over here checking in off of Periscope.
Yep. Older men. And they all commenting on the
Podcast is Humanity. What's going on? Appreciate y'all swinging through.
You notice they all commenting on why do
Why?
women like men?
Yeah, that is going to be one of our topics that we are going to go into tonight. I got a couple of things to start off with. My son's over here signaling to me like, "Yo, Dad, can I?" Hey, yo, I only ate half my sandwich. How you gonna come here? Yo, my kids have been gone for 2 weeks. They just got back today. He came in the house with Taco Bell. He been here for like an hour. He came in the house with Taco Bell, and now he's over here trying to eat half my Philly cheesesteak.
He's a grown boy.
You can have half of my half, all right? Yo. Oh, and you do realize that kids don't care what the hell you're doing. He sees me looking at a camera talking, and he's over here still, "Can I have some of this food? Can I have some?" No respect, I tell you, no respect. Now I know how Ronnie Dangerfield feel, you know?
Oh, please. He loves you. Just wants some of what you have.
No respect.
You are true.
I added a new feature, you know, if you can see the new feature over here, this little overlay that has some of the things that people are saying in the chat popping up on the screen. I worked on that. I actually, if anybody was watching me on Wednesday evening, a few people tuned in before I actually turned the video to unlisted. I did a live stream at like 2 o'clock in the morning because I had this live stream at 2 o'clock in the morning because I had to get the CSS properly for the overlay chat. But I could only do that as chat is going on. There's no simulating the chat. So I actually had to have chat going on just so I could edit the code to see how this looks. Because this is actually some code that I wrote over here. Code, which side am I on? This side. There's code over there. You know, so that's what we're doing. See my homeboy Rocky over here in the chat. My house guest. Yo, Rock's been a house guest of mine since we've been young tykes, young teenagers and shit, doing crazy wild shit. But that's neither here nor there. That's my day one brother right there. What's good, bro? Appreciate you joining the chat this evening. You know. So let's see where we gonna start at. I actually had some stuff on here for. We're just gonna actually start with the recap of last night's battle. What did everybody think about last night's battle? And I'm actually gonna open up the phone lines too, in case anybody wants to check in. And give me a call and let me know your thoughts on what you thought of the battle yesterday, if you did watch it, you know? Tied In Records checking in from Memphis, tapping in, that's what's up. Sandria, what's going on? Glad to see you checking in. But I am going to have the phone lines open. I should probably put the phone up on the screen so I can actually see when calls come through. But let's go ahead and start off with recapping last night. How much of the battle did you watch last night, Janae?
You know what? Usually I'm really good about this, but I tapped out kind of early.
You tapped out kind of early? Oh, you know what else there was last night with the battle?
What?
Well, last night's battle, I also had a poll going on, you know?
I saw it. I saw that you had the graphic for that too. I thought that was so dope.
Yes, I had a poll going on, and we had about 440 people cast their vote on what they thought about the battle yesterday evening. And
really?
Yes. And the battle was early on in the battle. Rick Ross was up a little bit higher. He was up about 5-6% higher.
I'll be honest with you, when I was watching it, it like Rick Ross was in the lead. So did that shift at any point?
It started shifting. As the battle went on, the numbers started going down from 65, 35, and started coming a little bit, but not a lot. The votes came in 59.9% for Rick Ross, 40.91% for 2 Chainz. That's what people thought with the battle. You said you felt like Rick Ross was doing more damage with his catalog. I actually printed out the full track, the full set list of last night. So
I'll be honest.
We can go through the tracks
Let's do it.
And see what's what. Now, when the battles first started off, I will admit that I was a little underwhelmed. I actually made a comment during the show, during their performance. I was like, this is a little dry. Is this all they gonna do? Is all they gonna do sit there? I wasn't
dry.
I was a little. They looked like they was really either drunk or high, and that had to kind of wear down a little bit before they started really getting into it. That's how I kind of observed it. But maybe they was just too cool for school for a little while. Oh, did I just say that? I sounded so 70s with that one, didn't I? I sounded like my pops on that. Too cool for school. All right, let's see. We got my homegirl Mimi checking in. Mimi normally joins me during these streams. How you doing, Mimi? Can you hear me over there?
I can.
How you doing?
Hi, Nay.
Hey, boo.
Production, Nay, holding it down. Oh, I love our team.
I know we got good teamwork going over here.
Guess who's in the comments tonight on YouTube, Mimi?
Oh, you?
Rocky.
Who?
Brian.
Lil Rocky?
Oh my God.
I don't know if he would be Lil Rocky.
Hey, Rocky.
We got him over here in the chat. Brian Martinez says the battle was dope. He just can't choose between the two. He loves them both. I got this new feature over here too, where I got the chat on the screen a little.
Yeah, I saw that. Janae pointed all of that out to me yesterday.
A little more prettified.
What's going on,
Walt? A little more prettified. I think that's a word, ain't it? I think that's a word. Sometimes in some places.
Prettified. You just be making shit up. So what's what I missed? I'm so sorry, guys. I was having mad technical difficulties. Y'all heard me on the phone yelling at people. Yeah,
yelling at phone companies who we shall not name, so we don't give them no free promo. We were just pretty much talking about the battle last night, how the battle went for me, how I had computer issues towards the end, how I had a lot of people watch the stream, how Cam tuned in and actually had the stream on his Instagram and shit like that. My stream is now blocked on Instagram for copyright. What? Yeah. Every now and then, YouTube says, yo, these people don't want this played anywhere in the world, so it's blocked. So what I have to do is now go in and silence those portions of the video to get around that. And
you know what you should do? Play the Khary's Crib theme song over it.
that might work. That might work.
Yeah.
Actually. That might work. Word up. But that's pretty much all we did really. We didn't really get into much more than that. We was just talking about the battle. I was just going over how I was underwhelmed when they first started, and we were just about to talk about whether we should go over the list that I just have out here of all of the songs and shit like that. Do we want to recap? Because we can recap.
I mean, if the battle wasn't good, why would you recap it?
The battle wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad battle.
Good. It wasn't good.
It got good.
You got high.
I'm always high, so that doesn't really seem to matter, So everything is equally good if I'm always high.
Sorry. In all fairness, Mimi and I did conk out before it was over because it was kind of. But when we were watching it, in all fairness, and when we were watching it, they were both sitting down and not even performing their songs. Like they were both sitting down,
right. And that was one of my knocks. That was one of my knocks on the battle.
So we were just like, yeah, this is dry.
First of all, I wasn't excited about it at all. We only tuned in because we always support Khary's Crib, as everyone should.
Which I'm glad y'all did.
Keep it running on our phone and our computer. So
right. So we're just like, what's Khary talking about?
Oh, I also told Janae how I had to bark on some people in the comments.
Word?
Yeah.
Now that's interesting. Let's recap that.
They tried to tell me to stop talking and shit like that.
Okay, first of all, it's your crib. You can do whatever you want.
That's what I told them.
Very good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all we did, though. That's all we did. And I was saying that I thought the battle started off a little dry. I actually made comments talking about how, is this all they gonna do? Sit here? Is this all they gonna do? I felt they was really high or drunk or some shit at that point, and that shit had to wear off a little bit before they was like, all right, let's get into this. Which I felt like 2 Chainz kind of set off. 2 Chainz was the one that said, yo, man, I can't do it. Fuck it. I keep doing my accent like Terrence Howard, my southern like ATL accent like Terrence Howard and shit. I'm not gonna do the accent no more. that was kind of bad, wasn't it?
I mean, you know.
Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, 2 Chainz kind of set it off. Yeah, 2 Chainz kind of set it off, and kind of got the energy up a little bit. He got the energy. He pretty much grabbed the mic and said, "Okay, it's time to start performing because this is some boring shit. I wouldn't watch this," and that's what seemed to happen.
That shit was good and terrible.
Now, music-wise, what was your take? Any?
Music-wise, one, I listen to 2 Chainz and or Rick Ross if I'm in the car, if somebody else is playing it. They are not my go-to. Like, there was something that Nay and I were vibing on. What song was that, Janae?
It's a vibe.
Oh. Well, there you have it. We were vibing off the vibe. And then we were just like, so you want to watch these DIY videos or no?
I definitely danced for you. I definitely did. It's going to make that sound crazy on here, but I definitely did.
She was trying to do like her rendition of the WAP video.
Okay, bye.
We're gonna talk about that video too in a little bit. We're gonna talk about that video too.
Hey.
But I had showed everybody the graphic of last night's results of the vote, where the crowd had 60% pretty much to 40. What's that?
If I may, I like that update.
Which update?
The graph of the voting.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yes, you know
I'm glad people.
House guys, if you've been watching every week, you know, you're twice a week, you notice that there's always something a little different about Khary's Crib.
So now, remember in one of the earlier episodes when I said, in 6 months, you'll see. You get it a little bit? You get it a little bit now?
Yes, I see.
Okay.
No, now we got to work on you linking me in all my medias while in the video.
I do have you linked, don't I? I think so. Yeah. Well, I don't have you linked that. We'll talk about that. You know, we'll talk. Let me know why I haven't had it linked that. Let's see what's going on with our house guests over here. Our house guests chatting and shit. Oh, I also need to talk about some people that sent in donations last night. People were sending in some donations, which was pretty dope. We had a good amount of donations come through, and I showed them some. So I didn't just accept donations and that's it. You know, I actually accepted donations and acknowledged people for their donations. Which reminds me, there's a couple of people that I need to acknowledge tonight because when I was going to acknowledge them, the battle had ended. We was going into the post show, and then Excuse me. And then my stream cut off.
Copy.
So I really couldn't speak to them and acknowledge them like I wanted to.
So come on, let's get to it.
So I'm
think?
I'm pulling up my phone. You know, I got the Cash App on my phone. I could have pulled up my email over here. I didn't actually have this prepared at all.
Okay, so do you need a moment? I can talk to the house guest.
No, I got it right here. Quinta Hobbs. Okay. This is kind of how I was doing it last night too. So she's like Quinta Hobbs. She sent in a donation. It says for Instagram ATL Tent City mobile unit, which I'm actually gonna make a note to make sure I mention these people the next time I do a versus battle as well, because I know they sent it to me because of that and for that reason. Not that reason necessarily, but you know, Antonio Salas, he actually sent in a few donations. And this is probably like his third donation or fourth donation. I can't even remember the count.
Hey, Antonio, Salas, you need somebody else to donate?
AKA the Credit Genius on IG. He has sent in a donation.
Nice.
Devin Maxwell has sent in a donation. He just sent in a donation just to send in a donation. Nothing else. That's it. Just you know. And Philmo Trev, he said, add me on YouTube. So I'm going to look for Philmo Trev on YouTube after this to add him. And
awesome.
But that was mostly for y'all to add him and shit like that. And this one, I actually said this one last night, but I just thought it was a little funny. Well, not necessarily. Yeah, I liked it. It was like Nina Smith sent in a donation, and it just said for the big booty holes. That's it. So we had some good donations. We had some good donations last night. Yeah.
Okay.
Just strictly for the big booty holes, you know.
Happy.
But we got a couple topics we're gonna be talking about tonight too. Recap.
I missed pre-production. I'm sorry.
You know,
so where am I at?
So we picked up right where we at. You know, that was the recap that you don't really want to recap too much. I'm not going to go through all of the track listings. It's pretty much a bunch of websites, and I actually got this set list from a website that recapped it. I just didn't read the recap. I just wanted the list, and I was too lazy to actually write it out myself. So I said, Google, show me a list that I can just copy myself and look at. But I didn't read their reviews and shit like that. I just wanted to see the list because I personally, sometimes I get too into the music and too into the vibe to where I stopped paying attention to actually what's being played and shit like that. So I kind of lost track. So I kind of got this from my own personal reference. And I was like, yeah, because I'm more of a 2 Chainz fan than a Rick Ross fan. You feel me?
Copy.
So I knew I knew both their songs, but I knew the names of 2 Chainz songs. I knew the Rick Ross songs when the beat came on and shit like that. Unless it's like Maybach music or something with the Justice League. Justice League. I listen to those. Them shits rock.
You know, you sound like a real old man right there.
I sound like, well, because I said rock. So I got,
no, because you started talking, and then you got really low, and you just kept talking. And I didn't no, that was some real grandpa shit right there.
Well, I'm getting up there in age, you know. I turned 43 last week, which kind of led to a little bit of talk on our. Well, thank you. Was kind of led to a talk of age stuff on Tuesday, where we said, you know what, today's topic we're going to talk about age. You know, the age gap in relationships, but you wasn't in pre-production, so the title below was kind of in relation to the age gap.
Happy.
You know, and it's why do women like older men?
Khary, if you don't hit that sizzle.
If I don't what?
Hit the sizzle.
What's sizzle?
Hey, OMG, are you serious? You created an entire thing to show the topic as opposed to you just going into the topic.
Oh, I'm not going to go into the topic right this moment. We're going to get there in a second.
Okay.
We're going to get there in a second because we still got one more thing to talk about. So the recap was the audience said Rick Ross beat 2 Chainz. And have you seen WAP?
Of course I've seen WAP.
So you like
And
WAP?
it's not WAP. It's a WAP.
WAP. WAP,
Wop,
like
wop,
like
wop,
like
wop,
doing the
wop.
WAP? Not that
First
WAP
of all,
though?
old man, cut it out.
Not that WAP?
That's not what it's about.
What's it about?
Do you know what WAP means?
It reminds me of when I first heard what WAP means, what the acronym is for, I thought of Tiana Taylor. You know?
Why?
Because she had a song called, I think it was WTP, which stood for Work That Pussy, Work That Pussy, Work That Pussy, Work That Pussy. I only listened to it like 3 times. That's like a workout song or some shit like that. Like, it sounds like a song you play if you either running real fast or you just want somebody to beat it up. That shit is like, boom. It's like a techno vibe.
First of all,
It's like a techno
please
vibe.
never do that dance again.
Let's dance. Do the dance.
Never,
demonstrate the dance. I can't rewind. Demonstrate the
never
dance.
ever sing the song in public again.
Work that pussy.
Just don't.
One? That one?
No, work that pussy. No, stop.
I'm sorry. What was the dance, Khary? Can you show us one more time?
No, now that you're requesting it, I'm not gonna do it. Now that you're requesting it, no.
I got a couple dollars for you.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Cash app him. Cash app him.
Y'all are foolish. You know that, right?
There's some hoes in this house.
Now, that part of the song I think is cool. Because
if you see him, point him out.
Because it reminded me of the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. That's a sample. Some people, so those that don't know, that's a sample from, it's not even techno, it's like house, right?
Yeah, it's house.
Is it?
It's house. That's like, it's time.
How'd the beat go? Like, doom, 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 doom. I don't know. I'm just making up shit right now.
Either.
I'm not doing any dances.
Actually, I feel like it was a drop beat. So I don't even know. I feel like it was a drop beat that was added into a song. Like that was a very DJ, like when DJs had to blend things in.
Yes.
So I don't think that was a song. Like it's like, you know how like they would blend go from like percolator to something else?
Yeah, but that was a whole song.
There's some hoes in this house. I don't believe, you know what? We're not going to do this.
Yeah. Show your age, boo. You showing your age.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
What?
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
Frank Ski, there's some whores in this house.
There's some hoes in this house.
Okay, that how the beat went? That's the original beat, right? That's the original beat, right? What?
There's some hoes in this house. 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 There's some
Wait a minute, I'm in your house right now. I don't know. Stop that music.
No. And the song pretty much goes on like that for like the next 15 minutes.
I really think it's just a break beat.
No, there's some bass in there somewhere. Let's see. Let me see. That's it. That might be it. Maybe I don't have enough bass on my shit for you to actually feel it. But maybe I don't know. But that's the original from that's where they got it from. Okay, so back to WAP. That's it, right? It's not WAP. Like doo wop. DJ doo wop back in the day. I'm showing my age. Okay. So you liked WAP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, Khary. I love ratchet music.
I take that. I see that. I like ratchet music too. I'm not opposed to ratchet music. I'm not opposed to it. Mm-hmm. I just wasn't really impressed. I wasn't impressed.
First and foremost, it's not for you. So there.
It's not for me. It's not for me. But
it's not for you. So we don't care how impressed you were.
I was talking to Janae earlier, and I said that.
Why are you cracking up, Janae?
My point was, if this was Cardi and Megan's first, second, or third song, I might be like, yo, that shit was dope. But being that this is like 20 plus, I'm like, okay, I've heard it before. It's like the same shit that's with a different beat.
Okay,
well,
so check this one out.
With a different bass, but the same bass, but with a different tune, but different instrument. It's, you know.
You done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be their first, second, third, or 25th song. I like the song. That shit had 400 and something thousand views within 2 hours of being released. Clearly, people are liking it.
I wouldn't say that's people liking it. I would say that's people interested to see what it is. Now, okay, now
I'm
if
not
that number,
totally a fan of the video.
Say that again.
The video was very raunch, but the song is hitting. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And again, you don't have to like it.
It's not for me, but
exactly. You're not going to be all right. One, you don't dance. You do stuff like this.
Yeah, I dance.
All right.
I'm gonna stop right now.
There's no beat playing.
I gotta play a
what
beat.
What happens today?
For the
Excuse
dance.
me. As it just came out at midnight today?
Yes.
So at midnight, the start of Friday, and it's already at 3.4 million views. Just wanted to it is.
Okay. Hey. That tells me that many people are interested in the song. Now, if that number continues to grow, then that means people like the song. But now if it tops off at a number, that means people wanted to see what it sound like, and it was like,
Tops off at what number though? Like now you change it. Now you moving the goalpost.
No,
like,
I'm not. No, I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm just saying the first day you're gonna see a lot of numbers. You're gonna see a lot of people going to flock to it to see what it sounds like because it's freely available for everybody to check out. Now, are those people that look at it going to keep looking at it, or is it just that one time?
I don't go back and watch. Like once I consume a video, I don't need to watch it 700 times, and I don't know how many people are like me. They already have 158,000 likes, and there's only 7,000 people that don't like it.
Okay, there's 7,000 haters in the world, you know. I wouldn't go
almost 200,000 who like it.
Now
who took the time I like it, and I didn't hit like, I didn't mash like, so you know.
I don't like it. Well, I won't say I won't. I don't like it. I'm just not impressed by it.
Right.
I'm not impressed by it. We
had a whole in-depth conversation and you missed it, Mimi.
Yeah, I'm not impressed. That was in pre-production. Not during the show. But I'm not saying it's complete trash garbage. I'm just saying I'm not impressed by it because it's like their 20th song. There's nothing new or unique or special about it to me. In my opinion, I feel like it's the same thing, and I know you can say the same thing about men because your face right now has the. Let me tell you something.
I didn't say anything. I'm listening to Khary and his crib.
Okay, that was just my thoughts on it. That that I'm not impressed. If it was their first, second, or third song, I'd be like, yo, that shit was dope.
Okay, so once again, you're a 43-year-old male.
Yes, I'm just my.
It ain't for opinion. You. It's not for you to be bumping in your car. Like if you start bumping that in your car, I'm gonna look at you sideways, bro.
Okay, so I would not bump it in my car. One time, I was actually standing out this spot. I was about to walk into this spot, and two dudes pulled up at the light in a drop top, and like a drop top Benz or some shit, and they was like bumping Bodak Yellow, and I was like, y'all don't look right. Y'all don't look right. I was like, yo, the song is dope. I'll bump that shit in my crib in the morning by myself like crazy. I'm not bumping it in the drop top with my homeboy, yo, as we ride. I'm sorry. Totally off topic, but. Okay, but so you like the song, but you don't like the video.
I'm not a fan of the video so much.
Okay. I'm not a fan of the video neither.
But I'm loving. I love me some Megan.
I have 2 cents. I'm sorry.
What happened?
I have 2 cents.
What's your thoughts?
Go ahead, add it. Let's make $1.
Love the video. I think they're beautiful. I love that, like their counterparts in that sector of hip hop were present. Mulatto. I figured out the other 2 girls. It's Rosalie. She's a Hispanic like singer, I think, and then the other one is Ruby Rose. She's a rapper apparently, and then Normani. I love that they were in there. I thought they were beautiful. I thought they complemented each other in terms of like their dancing. I thought it was so much fun. I thought it's not that serious. They weren't being objectified. They were, owning themselves and like owning who they are. And I thought it was beautiful. Like, I thought it was beautiful to see. And it was fun and funny and cheeky and not that deep. It wasn't that deep.
Yeah, I didn't look into it like a deep thing. I saw some tweets and some posts today that said started talking about the snakes and trying to go into sorcery or whatever, the witchcraft or whatever shit they talking about. And I'm just like, those snakes just represent dicks, right?
Everything represents dicks.
Those snakes just represent dicks. It was safer to show snakes in the video than fucking dildos all around their body and shit like that. That's what the snakes were. It wasn't no fucking demonic shit about. That's just my take on it, my thoughts. You think they was something deeper than being dicks?
No, I didn't think so. I thought it was a brothel and they all had their own rooms and they were creating, scenes. I don't know. Whatever. I'm
with Janae on that. I'm with the brothel scene. I'm not really with the snakes representing, peens and shit.
I mean, I'm sure they did.
So okay. So you do agree with me, Janae?
Yeah, it's not that deep. It was a dick. Like, It's not that, like, on the wall were tits. Like, literally on the, and also the statue in the front had.
And the snake coming out her mouth? The snake coming out her mouth? Represent head. Yeah. But you know why it had to come out? Because she would get super censored with the visualization of the snake going in.
The Mimi is done.
How can you sell sexuality? That was the creative part of the video. Trying to sell sexuality in a new a glizzy. Ate a glizzy. Oh shit.
They could have eaten a glizzy.
Oh shit. Oh man, that would have been funny. No, that would have even that would have been too much innuendo. See, the snakes move on their own. Somebody got to shove that glizzy in your mouth.
They could have did a boomerang. They could have did a boomerang, like showing it come out.
Yeah, they could have done that as well.
Hi, house guests. If you haven't noticed, this show is not for kids.
That is not actually.
Parental advisory.
We're a little quiet. I just realized we're a little quiet over here and shit like that. I'm gonna turn on some music in the background. See how that sound. I don't know. But yeah, that was that was I guess I could say that was the creative portion of the video, because before this conversation, I actually didn't really think it was that creative. I thought it was let's do what Missy or Busta Rhymes would do. That's what I got out of it.
I don't think they had that in mind. I don't think that was
with a little bit of Little Kim influence, with the titties hanging out, with the pasties. Khary.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't think so?
I mean, I get where your point is, but I myself, I thought Khary, she's so little. One, like, you really see how little
ass
she
is fat than the motherfucker. I know it's not hers, but it's like.
Actually, I think her ass is her. No, she got her booty done. I thought she had her boobs done.
Both, I think.
She got her ass done too?
Yeah, her ass is done. That shit is done.
Okay. Listen, I know I need to go to a doctor, but I ain't.
You
I
don't
met-
need to do it.
I met a girl with a fake ass one time.
I need
Didn't really
to.
care for it.
My
Didn't really care
pants
for
keep falling. Hey, I need to hold my pants up.
Get a belt.
How about a booty?
That's not gonna help it to stay up. Promise you.
Whatever.
That
That don't like. Whatever the case.
All right.
next
So
topic, y'all. Next topic.
what's that?
And I said, Alex talk about need something. Alex, you gonna pay for it? Come on, best friend.
Mm-hmm.
She
But,
don't
all right, so I guess
You
we
already
done-
know if I ever go that route, just know there won't be no Khary's crib.
Which
I'll be a
rap?
bad friend. I'd be a bad mother because I'm going to slow up. That would be my theme song. Yes, absolutely. Janae, don't give me that look. Absolutely. There's some hoes in this house would be my theme song. I would walk down the street and you would hear that shit. The fuck? I said what I said.
Mm. All right. All right, let's get ready to. So I think we've. Oh shit, I'm over here dying on this cookie dough.
A little bit.
Don't die, Khary. Don't die.
Please, we need somebody to run these cameras.
I'm good. I'm good. That cookie dough is all right. All right. After I
House
cough
guests,
that out
don't
right
forget to like, share, subscribe. You know, let
Definitely.
me fill in while he's dying.
there. Definitely. Like, go ahead and tell them that again.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Khary's Crib. Once you subscribe, you'll be notified whenever a new Khary's Crib is uploaded or whenever we go live.
Ah, you did that pretty good. You did that really good. You know?
Hey.
Did that really good. Let's get ready to I think we came to our conclusion on what is it? WAP? WAP, right?
Yes.
WAP. We came to our conclusion on WAP. All right.
Wait, we came to our conclusion on wet ass pussy.
But now how does it actually go again? I'm terrible at remembering how the song goes because now I want to
Oh,
sing.
you don't want to sing it?
I want to sing it, but I want to sing it like Tiana Taylor's song. I want to sing it like wet
Hold on.
ass pussy,
Janae, go
wet ass
ahead.
pussy, wet ass pussy, wet ass pussy, what? Wet ass pussy. I'm banging the thing. I'm going back and forth. Wet ass pussy.
No,
Wet
that's
ass
not.
pussy.
That's not how it goes.
Wet ass. I look when you can only see my shoulders and head, it looks a little silly. If you could see my whole body, you would actually see my legs moving. But this looks like I'm a fucking puppet. And I'm gonna stop.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. So I wasn't feeling it. You was feeling it.
Absolutely.
I'm cool with ratchet music. I don't mind ratchet music at all. You like ratchet music.
Hold on, you know who else likes ratchet music, Khary?
Janae.
No. You know who else other than Janae loves some ratchet music. You know who else?
Who else?
Other than young girls.
Yes, they do. Let's go ahead and get into our next topic. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into our next topic. Let's Oh, look at that stinger right there. Today's topic, self-destruction. It's really not the rap. All right, never mind that. All right, today's topic. Why do women like older men? Now, what brought this question up was we were speaking the other day. I just turned 43 last Friday, not this Friday. Last Friday, so I'm a week into my 43s. A week into my 43s. That sounds really silly, but I'm going to keep it that way. So why do women like older men? I'm a week into my 43s. We was having a conversation and somehow we diverted to, so Khary, what was the age gap and shit like that? So we started talking about age gap. We were like, you know what? That's the whole topic. We'll talk about that on Friday. And now here's today's Friday. And that is today's topic. Why do women like older men? Now, I turned that whole little thing into a question to where it's not necessarily about me, but it's just about a hypothetical person that could possibly be me, but it's not me. So, Mimi, why do women like older men? Is this a question you can answer? Are you qualified to answer this question? I don't know.
Okay, first of all, I am.
Okay.
Second of all, I am now an older woman. The fuck?
Okay.
However, in my experience, when I have dated an older guy, it was, they had money, they were stable, and they were busy as to where I didn't have to like spend too much time with them, and it wasn't always about sex.
Okay.
I gotta put that out there. I wasn't that much of a hot ass.
You wasn't necessarily looking for sex, but you wasn't necessarily saying I don't want it.
Right.
Okay.
So like with older dudes, they want to get to know you. Like, and when you're young, for a female, when you're younger, you're just like, okay, like this dude want to spend his money, or this dude just wants to spend time, or this dude wants to take me and my friends out, or this dude wants to do X, Y, Z.
Now, what if he doesn't actually want to do any of that?
Then he don't want to do it with me at that age.
So you was looking more for a sugar daddy, not necessarily an older
I
man,
wasn't
just
looking
because
for
he was
anything.
older. Okay. Okay, you wasn't necessarily looking for anything, but it just, okay, you stumbled upon you and you was like, hey, let me check this
Exactly.
out. Okay, got you.
Exactly.
Got you.
I mean,
What was this age gap?
huh?
Huh? What was this age gap? That's a huh, like that's a I don't want to answer the question, huh? Was it less than 20 years?
Oh shit, it was more.
Yeah,
My camera's freezing.
that's what I was saying.
It was
Okay.
less than 20 years.
It was less than 20 years.
Khary's crib.
Okay, less than 20 years, more than 15. So it's 19 years.
No.
All right. No?
Why you got me thinking about this shit now?
Oh shit.
Let's just say if all right. Let's just say if one of my friends at my current age was trying to date the old me, I'd be looking at them like, yo, you need to sit the fuck down and find somebody your own age, okay?
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
As far as
The messing with the older man, how'd that work out?
it was cool. Like, where's Shantae at? Like, she was there for everything.
Did it end good or bad? Is there such a thing as a good ending?
Okay, so that's another thing. When it ends, there's no bad. There's just ends. You can walk away. There's no real, well, for me, there wasn't any emotional ties. So it's like, we're done here.
Okay.
Like,
I understand
summer's over.
I understand that. So would you say women like older men for the less headaches?
Absolutely.
Got you.
However, I find at my current age, I don't want to date too much older than what I am.
Okay. So a house guest earlier in the chat, they walked into the chat saying, yo, because the dick better money too. That's what Mikey G13 put in the chat earlier. Yeah.
Oh, let me go back and find that.
Yeah. Brian Martinez has said earlier, I would say it's because of all around security.
I can agree on that.
You know, Tyrella's in the chat from Periscope said because older men have fatter tools.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alex said, "Gold digger, yeah, I'm young. No, they don't. That's a lie. Turn the music off. Can't hear you. She dated grandpa, judging daddy issues." First of all, Alex, Bronx Polo in the chat. I will fight you, bro.
I think you.
Nobody's talking about
him.
the 40-something-year-old women that you were dating when you were 16, are we?
I believe him. Yeah, see that's just been, you know what, that's a whole nother topic too. You know, that dating the underage motherfucker with the older age motherfucker, with that should not be happening. You know, that should definitely not be happening. So, is there any other anybody else, any other one of our house guests have any thoughts on why do women like older men?
Alex,
that cookie dough about
would
to be
you
burnt
care
out.
to chime in? Janae?
You know what? I actually sat here and stopped for a second, like the shit was gonna sound like I was gonna hear something. This is some good. This is some good cookie dough. This is a good cookie dough.
Wait, what are you smoking tonight?
Tonight I'm smoking on some cookie dough. So I got some cookie dough right here, and then my dude stopped through and dropped me off some banana kush that doesn't smell like banana. You know, one day I'm going to I want to invite a person that has their own like dispensary and they grow their own shit. I would like to speak to one of them, or just somebody that, you know what? I actually know a dude out here. He works for like a dispensary or something like that. I'm pointing my finger a whole lot like I'm running for president or some shit like that. But he works for a dispensary. I'm gonna ask him about it. Who comes up with these names? Because sometimes I be copping and I be like, is this motherfucker this name? Did he just make up a name and tell me? No.
Yes.
No, the names are actually from whatever strain it originated from, like the parent strain. Mm-hmm. They're usually mixed.
So cookie dough.
But it's still a made up name. Like, it's not like there's some scientific like
how do I know?
Cookie looks like an Oreo cookie.
How do I know I'm actually getting cookie dough?
Go on to
banana.
Okay,
or
didn't.
Because motherfuckers could print these bags up.
No, I'm about to tell you. Like, I can. Hold on. Thanks to our good friend Guy, promo guy. Mm-hmm. He actually showed me how to tell the difference between strains, and I can now identify like certain ones. You can also go on to an app, look at it, and compare it to other ones.
Yeah, I looked at the app today, actually.
See, I keep the app on my phone.
But we were talking about May-December relationships. Now I'm telling my age by calling them May-December.
Well, what you say? You said what summer? Ooh,
they're called older men, younger women are called May-December.
May-December relationships.
Yes.
Why?
As in, because May and December, it's two different stages of life. So like spring and winter. No, that doesn't make any sense.
I guess it could.
Yes, I do recall that.
Antiquated. I don't mean to. Anyway, you asked the question, has anybody gone through that? And I was just going to say, from my experience, I was terrified of older men. So I didn't date them. As a matter of fact, I met one guy who was older, and I swear the whole time I was like calling him Mister. I was like, I don't know. Like, the whole time I was calling him Mister.
Now.
And I was like, look, Mister.
Okay,
like you was in school?
Yeah. The younger women usually tend to do that. They usually have some other name. They don't just call you your name. At least my experience.
Hold on. Khary, what do they call you?
They call me Malaya.
Big Yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, they call you by your last name?
Yeah, they might just call me my last name.
No, I'm dying right now.
They'll call me old man. You know, they were like, "What's up, old man?" You know, they have those little
Like that.
names.
What you say? Wait, Khary, what you be saying? I'm the old man with the big dick.
Nah, I don't say that. I could, but I don't. I
This
won't.
old man gonna show you something.
Nah, I don't talk like the old man. They be like, yo, you. They be like, yo, you act younger than me. They be like, yo, you act younger than me. Like, how you got so much energy? How you up till 3 o'clock in the morning all the time and shit like that? I'm just high. I'm just high energy. I've been high energy since I was a little kid. I've realized that.
Hold on, wait.
What?
I'm still on my old shit, right?
Huh?
How they be reacting to you, Khary, when you do what you do? They be like,
they like what I
Daddy
do.
good.
They like what I do. Yeah, they like what I do. They like what I'm not. But that's a since they like what I do, that's a gift and a curse. You know? That's a gift and a
There
curse.
you go. Oh shit.
What?
Oh man. Khary, do you give him a Capri Sun afterwards?
No, I don't give them a Capri Sun afterwards because they're way older than that. They're adults.
Okay.
Capri Sun.
Khary out here
Okay, I'm a little loud. I'm a little loud to have my kids in the house for this conversation, but I'm just not gonna be as loud. I just realized that they're adults. You know, I'm just not loud. They don't hear what y'all saying though. I think I got the speakers down. I got the speakers down, right? Yeah, I got the speakers down. No, I give them a blunt afterwards. If they like it. I deal with adults. I deal with women younger than me, but they're old enough to deal with me.
Wait.
They have their own.
Say you give him a juice box.
He gives them a blunt and a juice box.
No.
He gives them hard dick and bubble gum.
They want me to play with their juice box. That's what they want me to do.
Whoa.
But
Yeah.
this is not supposed to get into one of those types of conversations, I didn't think.
Is it?
You know? We're talking about why do women like older men, not
Why do men like younger women? Shit.
That's the best
I wouldn't necessarily say I particularly or go after younger women.
But you know, there's a whole.
What you say? So what do you say?
I would say it just so happens that I click more with women that are younger than me than women my own age. Women my own age, in my own age bracket, tend to be, even though I'm not a person that likes to go out to the clubs and shit, I'm not a boring person as in I'm going to sleep super early. I always got something going on in my world. So I'm up super late. I'm up super early. And a lot of women are too early for me. They don't have enough energy for me. You know? Their energy levels. They
That's
need some.
because they have responsibilities. And they don't have to be a
I have
class in the morning.
responsibilities too. I got responsibilities too. You know what shit I do? You know, I have an actual day job. I have 2 children. I do a live stream. I film at different places. I have a lot of shit I do. And that's part of the reason why I'm up from like 8 a.m., 7 to 8 a.m. to 3 to 4 a.m. without a nap, unless it's like a Saturday or some shit like that. Huh?
Sorry.
But a lot of women don't have the energy.
Women of a certain age, we not trying to go out at midnight.
Oh, I'm not
to go hang
necessarily
out in
going
your
out.
car and to give head. No. Plan a fucking date.
Well, I'm a spur.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Some
That's-
of us will still do that if the mood is right. But for the most part,
I'm saying
for the
though,
most part.
for the most part, there a lot of women in my range are just a little boring for me.
So let me get this straight. Older women bored you?
Because they don't have the energy like I do, a lot of them.
Got it.
Okay.
You know, I'm definitely a night person, and I've met a lot of women over 30 want to go to sleep at like 10:30.
Janae, he coming for you. Go ahead. Get him, Janae.
That's always been me. I've always been like very. Can I tell you a really quick story? Like remember when Bentley's was out? Again, aging myself. Remember when Bentley's, the club was out? Shut your mouth. Anyway, I remember like
Khary's crib.
I remember going to Bentley's and being with my friends and sitting my behind down and passing out in Bentley's. So the club closed and my friends were frantic looking for me. They had like all of the security, everybody looking for me. They had to turn. They waited till the whole shit empty, cleared the fuck out, lights on. I fell asleep on the speakers. On like the speakers. So me falling asleep.
Khary's crib.
That's not because I'm older. That's because that's who I am. But I also wake up stupid early. So
see, and I just have a lot of energy. I'm a real energized person. Yeah.
So Shantae in the comments said, Janae, how old were you? You had no business being there.
we started going to Bentley's when I was like 17 or 18. I was too young to be in
no business being
but
okay, wasn't Bentley's like the stop you up? Wait, wasn't Bentley's like the stop you up with a biscuit place?
What you mean? What's that mean?
Like that was the old people place, right?
Well, can I tell you at the time, if I was like 18, everybody who was old, it was still hot when I went. Like Teddy Riley was there. I remember standing next to Teddy Riley and seeing like, oh, he's so short. He was a girl with a really like tight dress on, and I was like, oh. And then I went and found a seat and fell asleep on the seat.
Hold on, thank you, Shantae. She corrected me. She said that was Shadow. Shadow nightclub. Alex used to go there.
I don't
and
know
Alex
about
used to
Shadow.
wear Steve Harvey suit.
Oh shit.
Steve Harvey.
Alex used to wear Steve Harvey suits. Oh shit. With like the 3/4 jacket, 3/4 length.
Button down by his knees.
Alex, find one of them old pictures where you doing the Zoolander smile.
See, I'm glad I don't have none of those. I ain't never really fuck with them suits.
Have you never put a suit with the buttons by your knees?
Nah, I didn't. I was always the nigga that was like, yo, if they don't let me come to the club with what the fuck I got on, I don't fucking want to go. I've been at
Alex was out here recruiting old Luke dancers.
I went to clubs with Luke dancers. We ain't have to dress up for Luke dancer clubs. Not in the South. I was in the South at that time, though. Down in North Carolina.
It was Luke dances?
Yo, they came down for like a tour one weekend, like a promotional tour. So Luke wasn't performing. It was one of his groups and a bunch of the Luke dancers. And I seen some wild shit at this show, at this Luke dance. This show had some wild shit going on. It's like, yo, you gonna know who these motherfuckers are after this show. They was sucking dick on stage, eating pussy on stage. I was like, yo, a dude from my school gave a chick head on stage. This is very, very much pre-coronavirus.
Well, yeah, but still don't understand the territory.
Yo, it was wild, you know. But the dude that gave head to a chick on stage,
dude that gave head to the chick.
Yeah, so there was like some Luke dancers on the stage, right? So there was Luke dancers that was female and maybe like one or two dudes, right? And they had the dudes there because they needed somebody to get head from the dancers, because the dancers wasn't going to just be sucking random dick in the crowd. But random people in the crowd would eat out some dancers. And
I wouldn't let that happen either.
And that was a dude from my school. I was like, dude, You just ate her pussy after
Nasty.
somebody else ate her pussy. You know? And
How did you say it?
that's probably how I said it. You know, but but that's what happened. There was like two people ahead of him, and then he went. But I digress. That following Monday, he had a new girlfriend at the school, though. I'll tell you
I
that.
was about to say he had a bump on his lip.
This was like in the this was like in the 90s and shit like that. This was
Bum Bum was out in the 90s.
I know, but it wasn't as prevalent. I don't think. That's
first and foremost, the 90s is probably the reason it's every 1 out of 3.
I'm just saying because yo, I don't know. I also got married 99 too, by the way.
Who is Brian Martinez? Is that a friend of yours?
No, Brian is a new guest that decided to show up for the thing. Why you mad because he understands me?
Whatever.
You know?
Brian already said that he loves me.
Oh, good. I'm glad he loves you. That's good.
He did not say that. Where did he say that?
He said that a little earlier. I believe I saw it too. I believe I saw it.
I didn't see Brian say anything about loving Mimi.
Brian, tell them that you love me again.
Love you, Mimi.
Also, I got the phone lines open too. If anybody decides to want to call in and leave their give us you actually call in live and give us your thoughts.
Actually, Shantae.
That reminds me.
Why don't you call Brian? Let us know it's real.
That reminded me. Over
Brian, are you an older man?
Yesterday I got a bunch of
Janae
emails actually to my Khary's Crib email from some people that I actually meant to actually bring this up during our recap, where some people actually emailed me that just said, I'm going to go with Ross. One person said, I probably should look at this during the battle. One person said, I think this versus was whack and disrespectful. Women tweeting half naked. It was supposed to be about the music and the music only. There was a lot of extra shit going on.
That was somebody from your age group, Khary.
That's your age. Be the same damn age group, girl. But no.
First of all, you're older than me.
Yeah, that's not about a little bit. But I just did that to let people know that you can email me at kharyscrib@gmail.com. I do look at the emails. I don't necessarily reply, but I do look at them. If there's something good and interesting that really makes me listen. Oh, I also did get a bunch of emails from some people that sent me links to their music. Which I actually told them to send me links to their music. They're not just doing it unsolicited. I said, hey, are you a rapper, poet, singer? Send me links to your music if you would like to perform on Khary's Crib sometimes, because we do invite poets, which I actually have a couple of poets lined up for next week. I will let you know their names once I have them solidly locked in to actually join us for the conversation and things like that. But I do have some lined up for next week. I was a little lazy last week and didn't really line up anybody for this week and shit like that.
Khary, question.
What's good?
Do you work for sanitation?
No, I don't. Why is that?
I just want you to be careful before you get a whole bunch of hot ass garbage in your email, okay?
Hey.
Telling people to send their music.
Yeah. I want to hear people's music. There's always some gems in garbage, though.
This is true.
And I say that because I've gone through garbage before and found some gems. I found some gems in garbage before because I used to.
Well, you better respond to everybody. Like, thanks for your stuff. Actually, I don't know if this is something that you want to pass off, but you better respond. Like, hey, because otherwise they're gonna keep on hitting you. Like, oh, maybe he ain't get it. Maybe it went to his spam.
I know how to use my filters, you know. So even if they do keep sending, I can just filter shit. But back in 2012, like 2010 to 2012, I created a website that actually had people upload their music to the website and posted it to Twitter before the whole Twitter shit and like that. Had like almost 100,000 people registered, some shit like that. But I used to go through and listen to people's music. I heard a lot of bullshit, but every now and then I would find some dope shit and I actually had a portion on my. That's one of the things I like to do. I like to try to discover new people, new artists, new talent, and shit like that. So I actually had a thing on my page that had like Twitter and pics. You know, it was people I was like, yo, this is dope. I'm gonna feature it on the front page, so when people come straight to the site, they see some new artists on the front page and shit like that. So I had like Twitter and pics. And I had also, oh, look at these famous people on the site too, like T-Pain and fucking Justin Bieber and shit like that. But it was kind of cool. But that was years ago. But I like discovering new people and new shit like that. So things like that. So people that follow me on Twitter might be like, oh, that's why I follow this dude. He created Twitter back in the days, and I totally forgot. You know, so.
Happy.
Shout out to Promise Magnum. He just sent in a donation I just saw. Appreciate that.
Hey, get it.
He says for great video production. Appreciate that. And what you was gonna say, I'll cut you off. I'm sorry.
You have no production.
You forgot? Okay, but we was discussing women like older men, age gaps. Is there? Okay, so
I want an older man to come on, call up, and let us know what you had in common with these younger women. Actually, we don't need one to call up. Khary, what you got in common with these younger women?
Well, we have a call. Let me take a call real quick. Number from area code 504. Make sure you turn down your devices in the background. Let's see. 504, what's going on? You on live with Khary's crib. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Paul. I'm from New Orleans, but I'm calling from Houston.
All right, what's good? You said Paul?
Yeah.
All right. Can you
Hey,
hear
Paul.
him, Mimi? All right.
Yes, I
How you
can.
doing? How you doing?
What would you have to comment on this evening?
Oh, I was watching your stream yesterday, and we was watching the Rick Ross versus 2 Chainz, and I was laughing at you because I was seeing how you talk about it was a little dry at first when they first started off.
It was.
But then they started working into the performance. You know, I felt that it could have had a little bit more energy.
Yes, that's how I felt.
And then it kept cutting off too. Then it kept cutting off.
You are correct.
It was cutting off on your stream and on my phone from Instagram. So I think it's they need to move it to a different platform for people to really enjoy the.
I think that's
the
part of their plan. I think that might be part of their plan. They might have been doing that intentionally to be like, oh, this is why we're moving off this platform. Or Instagram might have been like doing that intentionally, to say get this off.
Yeah, trying to kick them out. Yeah, they're doing too much.
Did you have any? Did you have any thoughts on any of the other topics, or like why do women like older men?
I was sitting here looking at y'all talking about the older men and the younger women situation, and I thought it was just nowadays it's just clear that women just want security. So if the older guy is willing to put in less time and still give them the money, and that's just a win for them. And, younger guys really
Paul. Paul.
Ma'am.
All right. So you do realize that security isn't always financial, right?
But most people see money as means of security. So with a person with more, they see more security. So it's a number game.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying, but again, you realize in order to be secure in a relationship, how about I trust you? That's the biggest security that most women want if they're interested in the guy.
Trust,
What?
okay, yeah, trust is up there, but you can't say money is over trust.
Look, I make my own money. If I don't trust
But
you,
more would be okay. Well, you know what? But I'm not. You are an older woman, so you looking at it from a different point of view too. You took years to see that.
Yeah,
I was talking about why younger women like older men. Older woman, she's gonna go through all that and be like, okay, now I want some security, and it's a different level when you go through certain situations. But I'm talking about someone that's fresh into life and going through relationships. They're searching for answers, and nobody can really tell them anything until they, go through it physically, or have a crazy relationship, and I don't want to mess with those type of guys no more. Then they switch to something else. So it's all about reaction.
Okay, I can see that.
All right, Paul, how old are you?
Me, I am 32.
Copy. So, Paul, let me ask you something. You got a Cash App?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Petty,
I have one,
by
but
Mimi.
what you said?
Petty by Mimi.
I'm not understanding you.
Cash App. Petty by Mimi.
Oh man.
I'm showing you. Even as an older female, an auntie, Jesus, we're interested in that as well.
So
Okay.
so she's trying to say that even older women want money, not just
Yeah, but again, looking for stability, it isn't always just financial. These young chicks, yeah, they interested in Cash App, as Shantae says in the chat. But you start lying to them or you trying to play them to the left, I bet you they won't stick around too long.
Until they find something better.
That's everyone.
a better
Okay.
sugar daddy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig
But
it.
like I said, it's a crazy, way with it. But I'm saying, like, I just feel like when you first enter the world, it's all about money until you figure out some things.
Okay,
Happy.
all right.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Appreciate the call.
Yeah, have a good show.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Appreciate the call.
Thank you, Paul.
All right.
That was Paul calling in.
I made a good
So-
comment.
What's that?
I made a good comment. He said there's levels to security. Money is the first level. Y'all ain't getting with no broke dude.
No.
You
well,
right, Kai?
Some women are.
Kai, hold on. Kai, you the brother of the host, so Cash
Hey, some women again with broke dudes. That's how broke dudes have women. There's a lot of broke dudes with ladies out there.
hold on, not for nothing. Yes, many women have been with broke dudes and they end up being a baby daddy or some shit like that. But once you experience that, you ain't trying to go back to no brokenness. You don't go to jail.
So their first experience, and then they
Yeah, they usually get trapped.
They get trapped. That's how broke dudes trap women. That's what you say.
Yes.
All right.
Most.
Well.
And most broke dudes have phenomenal peen. I don't know what that's about.
Let's
Called
see.
balance.
You said it's balance.
Balance.
Janae's right. Broke dudes with good peen. That is balance.
And,
And
and,
It's some type of survival tactic. Like,
Brian
I
had
don't
a
know.
good Brian had a good comment there. Older women know what they want, but the biggest question is, how old is considered old for men and for women? Is it the same or different? That's a very good question. That's a good question. How
Right.
old is too old?
so Khary, at your prime age of, 43, what's
Mhm.
too old for you at this point?
What's too old for me at this point?
Yes.
Oh, I'm scared.
There's a number of factors. I wouldn't just say age specifically is a factor.
Khary, what's too old for you, bro?
I don't know. I don't know, because I've seen some 60-year-old women. I'm like, they're actresses though, black actresses and things like that. like an
Come
Angela
on.
Bassett or something
Reality,
like that.
bro. Reality.
How old is Angela Bassett?
58.
In real life.
I'm saying
Okay.
there's women like Angela Bassett out there. I'm just saying. But for the average motherfucker, probably about 35. Although I have dated women closer to my age, and it just didn't work out. You know, I actually went into this.
Wait.
I actually went into the
Wait.
situationship like,
No. Stop.
what?
No. You see, I didn't answer because I was in shock.
What?
Anything over 35 is too old for you, bro?
Based off of my experiences, 35 and up, their energy level is a lot lower. And also, I'm a silly, immature, funny, silly, stupid, smart type of person. I have a lot of energy. I make silly jokes. I do silly things, but I do also a lot of creative things. And a lot of people can't really tolerate that. I need somebody that can tolerate my energy, and I get more energy as the night goes on. You know, so while you're getting sleepy, I'm getting more awake. So
Gem
Hold on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Gem Life said men don't want no lady older than them, all in that menopause. Just wanted to say.
Men don't want no lady older than them or in menopause.
Yep.
You know, men experience a version of menopause too, right?
And they buy Corvettes.
You know what? Yo, you done got wig hair all in my eyes because I can't concentrate now. I'm done. I'm gonna log off for the night. This motherfucker done said 35 is too old.
But I didn't say that, Sue. I said there's a lot of variables. There's many variables. But in general, I would probably say 35. In generally.
I'm done. Okay, first and foremost, Jim. I'm sorry, go ahead, Janae.
Sorry, Brian said not true on mine. I'm just saying. Come on, Brian. Let them know. Let them know what the old ladies do for you.
Hold on. First of all, I don't even like clubs, Alex, so I don't be going to clubs ordering chicken wings to sit down.
We are chatting with our house guests for those that
I also chimed in and said, chill, wifey is 35 and she got a lot of energy. Okay.
keep that same energy. That's been my problem.
But there are older women that have to date younger men because you old folk, Khary and crew,
I don't have that problem.
y'all don't have enough energy. Y'all need to pop pills and shit to keep it going.
I'm good. I don't have that problem.
Okay?
Alex said 35 is the limit. What does that mean? Like that's the highest? He'll go?
That's the lowest, I think.
What's that? The lowest or the highest? We over here. We over here gambling. What we doing? We gambling. Everybody, 35. You want to go 35? You want to go 35? You want to go 34? 33?
Brian Martinez said, I've always dated older women. They're not so indecisive. So Brian likes somebody who can make a decision.
Okay.
That's why he got me.
But I'm also in maybe a different space than some people.
I'm sorry, Kai said, Brian, that's because their options are limited. You Malia boys?
Kai, I used to love you. Now, you gotta get out the house. You gotta go. Shots fired.
I just made it hot in here. Get out of here, Kai.
I like how my house gets just lighted
when
up.
I see you, I'm gonna fight you, bro. Yeah, he's so.
See now maybe you forget what I was gonna say.
I'm about to cancel both the brothers. Like,
Hey,
the Malay brothers are about to be canceled.
I'm just saying.
Older women have no eyebrows. Alex, look at my eyebrows, bro.
I'm not. Yeah, I have found out to be kind of true too as well. The eyebrow thing. A lot of older women like to draw on their eyebrows. I've encountered.
I never.
Like,
Okay.
Puzzle.
And y'all know I got plenty of hair.
Like,
What
how
they
you
do,
doing? How you doing? How you doing? What's up with you? I'm chilling, yo. I'm good.
How you doing?
He said, what they talking about?
Gem Life said older men be having that throwback hairline. Yo, but that's why I got a do-rag on. My
Khary, let me see your hairline.
No, my hairline is good, but I'm trying to lay down my ways right now. My hairline is good.
Your barber was playing a game on you. Like,
my hairline
let's see
is
it.
good. I'm a 43-year-old man. I don't want to show y'all my gray patch I'm getting.
Your hairline is like this.
No, it ain't. My shit is straight, yo. Yo, I don't want to debut. I'm not ready to debut my gray patch I got growing over here right now. You know, I got the gray patch coming, and I said, "Oh shit!" That's how the cashier knew she didn't need my ID. She saw the gray patch growing.
Shantae said, older men wish someone would throw back their hairline.
Hey, Gem Life said it's a U shape.
My hairline is good, baby.
Khary does have a solid hairline. That shit just ain't straight.
Go back some videos and you'll see.
Back. Now we want to see.
Yeah.
Khary, stay with the hat.
We want to see if you draw your hairline.
We only 11 episodes in, so you can go back a couple episodes.
That black magic.
Nah, I actually tried that one time before. My shit was like that. This was when I was like married years ago. I did the Beijing shit. I did it like one time, right? And it's also because my ex was a hairstylist. So she wanted to like experiment, right? So I let her experiment on my shit one day, right? I have a picture that I will not show nobody. My shit look like
please.
My shit look like
please.
My shit look like you threw tar on my head and then made the outline, right?
Khary, please show us.
You got it in our production meeting.
Right. No, I will never show anybody. I think I might have deleted that picture actually, right? But then she kind of did the whole thing, and I went to sleep one night. I had white pillowcases when I went to sleep. When I woke up, that shit looked like somebody just took black crayon, was just like this on the whole damn pillow, and I was like, never again.
Did it get on your face, like from turning and stuff?
Nah, I'm not. I'm good. I'm gonna let my shit be all natural.
No, I'm saying like when she did the Beijing, like when you turned it on the pillow, did it get on your skin at all?
Nah. The pillow just absorbed it like it absorbs anything you spill on shit. Like if you go to sleep with your makeup and shit on, I think your makeup just goes on the pillowcase. It don't go all over your face, or does it? I don't know.
Oh shit. Oh, just FYI.
What's that?
Kevin Frank, Uncle Kev in the chat on Facebook. He's watching through the stream on Petty. He said, "Older men give good pipes."
Oh.
You know, I actually had a girl I was talking to at one time. She sent me, she tagged me on a Facebook post one time, right? And it had something to do about good sex, but she tagged me on it, and she was like, "Just want to let you know," and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." But then she also said, "But that's also why I don't fuck with you."
Well then, hold on. Let me give a shout out to some extra house guests that are watching via the Petty group: Thomas Rivera, Christopher Johnson, and Kevin Frank. Also checked and Latrell Bellamy, Moran, Jamie, and I think I got everybody.
Guess what's up?
Hey
Guess what's
guys.
up?
Hey Petty Group.
It's weird. See, Facebook is funny. It doesn't. Okay, so that's like just the comments on that group itself. It's not like the comments. It's it's not like a watch party video and shit like that.
It is watch party.
Is it? Okay, so the Facebook is very funny because those comments should be coming through and shit like that, but they're not. So, yeah,
well,
interesting.
These guys are here.
I'll
They're still watching with us.
What's up, everybody over there in Petty Group? I hope y'all having a good time enjoying the shit we talking about. And yeah,
call in, guys. Pick up the phone. Let's talk.
I'm not.
We want to hear your opinion about this. This is a very important topic. We want to save.
It's a very important topic. That's totally about Khary.
Oh, but I actually meant to say something. While I think I'm in a different boat than a lot of people when it comes to dating.
How so?
I've been married before, so I'm not in a rush to get married.
You said you're never getting married again.
I won't say never, but chances are highly unlikely. You know, it's like if you hit the 8 ball, highly unlikely. You know, so highly unlikely. So and it's like when people hear that's kind of like an immediate turn off, I should say. So also women my age, they immediately want to get into like deep, meaningful relationships. And I'm like, I don't even know you yet. That's just how it feels to me. You know, it's like, get to know me. Why are you trying to rush things? You know, and they always want to rush things. I want to just take it slow. You know, you don't have to fall in love with me just because we had sex.
Saying, hold on.
What?
So let me be Google Translator for you. What you're saying is you just want smash.
No, see, that's the misconception. Just because I don't want to necessarily get married within the next 10 to 20 years doesn't mean I can't have a meaningful and thoughtful and loving relationship.
10 to 20 years. Khary, you're going to need somebody to take care of you. You're going to need somebody to roll up your weed for you. You're not gonna be able to keep on doing this, sir.
Right. What does marriage have to do with any of that? You know? If you can't love me for me, if you know what? People say love is unconditional.
I hate him.
Until there's the condition of marriage. Oh, I'm gonna love you as long as you wanna marry me. Once you don't wanna marry me, I no longer love you. Then that's not unconditional love. And that's a reason for me not to fucking marry you.
You make a good point.
You feel me?
You make a great point, Khary. I think that our society is very harder on women than it is on men, but it is very hard on women in regards to like the need to get married at any age, honestly. And as a matter of fact, the older you get, the harder they press down. Like, you literally have failed at life if you can't find yourself a husband. So you make a great point. But I think you should leave yourself open, right? You might meet a woman who matches that at any age and match your energy. But if you decide like anything over 35 is no good for me, then then you're going to be right no matter what, because you're just looking at everybody being that way as opposed to the opportunity for it being different.
Okay. Let's take a call from 914. I think I know who this might be, actually.
Who is it?
You are live with Khary's Crib, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from? I kind of have that down now, I think.
You do.
I think she has down that I'm not going to answer when they answer me.
Caller?
She's not saying that. I can actually see when somebody's saying something or not, but she's not saying something. You know?
Well, for the rest of the house guests, if you would like to call in or if you're just listening, the number to call is 813-559-3339. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And Friday nights, we actually normally go a little longer than we do on Tuesdays. Tuesdays, like, people got to go to work in the morning and things like that. But see, me, I'm up. I could do it. But I know people want to go to work. And people,
So what are you saying, Khary? What are you saying?
That
you
I got some banana kush that doesn't taste like bananas, and I need to get a guy in here to tell me why this don't taste like bananas if it's called banana kush, and they should be able to do it.
Does it smell like bananas a little?
Smells like weed.
You can't smell like that. You have to take it in your hand and break it up.
Expert over here.
Don't ask me how I know.
I won't ask you how you know. No, but it smells good. We totally off track. But yeah. Women like older men. I don't necessarily go after younger women. Just so happens that I date women that are younger than me. And my dating filter is between the ages of 25 and 35.
On dating apps, your filter is 25 to 35? You know they buff for like 3 years, so you're getting like 22 to like.
But okay, check it out. I don't really swipe right on the ones that are under like 27, 28. I won't swipe right on like a 24, 25.
Honestly, you're looking at the face, and it's like, oh, she's cute.
No,
and he's does she have an ass guy?
Yes, I also look at the shapes and things like that.
Gem like.
And this is exactly why all my dating profiles are like this.
But I also look at what they write. You know?
That's
Khary, what the fuck are they gonna write?
They
Hip
write.
hop Harry, go Harry, go Harry. Like,
no, they're older than that. I don't date many of the 20 somethings. They like 20.
I don't date many.
No, I don't.
But I date them.
I don't. They normally come after me. They normally come after me. I don't chase them. They chase me. What's that?
Khary, they chase you because one, you still wear a do-rag and fitteds. You drive a Mercedes.
I don't wear a do-rag and fitteds when I'm outside. I might wear one of my
you wear your Panamanian hat.
I wear my fedora, you know what I'm saying? My cool out shits, I'm chilling shits, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chilling, baby, what you doing? Not voice. Hell no. That's my I'm silly in my crib voice, and that's the shit, you know?
Yes, Khary. Also, if you invite them to your house,
check it out. But check it out. It's like I actually decided this recently. I said, you know what? I will allow a 20-year gap between my whatever age I currently am. So as my age goes up, so will the ages go up, you know? I think. But you know what? Hugh Hefner
was a pedophile.
They were all over 18. That's not a pedophile.
That's not true.
No, I don't know about that. I won't know about all of that.
Oh shit! Shantae said, "Bro, you got tats everywhere."
I don't have tats everywhere. I don't have tats on this side. Oh wait! I don't have tats on this side of my neck.
That's hilarious.
All right. Let me explain. In my experience with knowing Khary for all of these years, more than 20 years, you know, the gap that he's willing.
And I was actually married for about 18 years. Okay. So
you really use that marriage thing.
What's that?
Yes, he does.
I what?
You really use the marriage thing. It's like
I just let motherfuckers know I'm not rushing to do it again.
Fine.
But
you don't have to date the people that were just born when you got married.
I don't go after them. They come after me. They say hello to me. I don't.
Khary.
And I say, you know what? Khary. Hello, how are you doing?
Khary.
But also, everybody is fully responsible for themselves and or their own children. They have their own bills, their own responsibilities, you know? Nobody's relying on their parents.
Let me put you on, right?
Clearly obvious, I should say.
Let me put you on.
But also, I've realized that when young women do come after me and chase me, they're more intrigued. And also, they're intrigued.
They run fast, Janae.
But check this out. I don't use anything that I own as a let me try to impress. I don't try to impress nobody. If I meet somebody that's younger than me, they see me straight up. I'm not a jewelry wearer, flashy dude.
You don't think Pearl is impressive?
What's that? I don't tell or show anybody about my car. I park.
Pearl is impressive with them lights and all of that shit.
And they don't see that vehicle until after they meet me. I don't say, yo, go look at my car. I'm not that dude. I'm not that pull up on my car like, yo. When I actually, if I'm on a date, I actually turn my music down so I'm not noticed by the date. I wait till they get to know me after the first date, or I let them get in my car the first date. Then I turn my music up, like just to let you know, your eardrums are gonna hurt when you drive with me. Okay, so I'm a grown young nigga, you know?
So
ignorant but intelligent.
Khary, it is inappropriate to date anybody that's closer in age to your daughter than closer in age to you. There.
I would disagree, you know? Now, if I was never married, I would say okay.
Oh my God.
and I only say that because there's a 20-year gap. Bam.
I just wanted to ask though, you said you have a 20-year window. So would you be open to a 63-year-old woman?
I said 20-year gap for women.
Yeah, that's gap.
For dating me.
Down.
That's a gap.
Between, like, right? But yes, I would date a woman older if she was more like a Angela Bassett type of fine woman. You know?
Did you just say that was a Freudian slip? You said an Angela Bassett type of fine woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she has to look a certain, like you won't date like a regular looking like person.
What's a regular looking? What's a regular looking?
I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna just backtrack this a little bit.
What's regular looking?
I'm going to fight you. I'm fighting you. I'm tasing you. I might poke you a little bit.
We have a couple of new.
If you are Khary's age and you try to date my daughter,
we have a couple of new house guests. Mila.
No, I wouldn't try to date your daughter.
Brad and Mila. Hi, Brad and Mila.
Peter 328 said, "Come after me and chase me." Brad and Mila Brad and Mila Jones said, "Damn, 63."
Hey, if she's fine, I would mess with a 63-year-old. I actually, on some of these dating apps, I said, "Oh, she's about 58, but she looked kind of fine." But I kept scrolling through her pictures. I want to see if this is 10 years ago or yesterday. You know, so I'm scrolling through the pictures. Sometimes women will post some shit and they're on their dating profile and be like, "Oh, this is me," but they'll forget the 10 years ago part and shit like that.
You know what?
What?
Either Tuesday or next Friday, we're gonna start showing our dating profile. Yep. Janae and I do this all the time. She knows bitch be swiping left hard as fuck.
I'll be boom. I'll put sometimes I swipe right just because I'm tired of swiping left. I swipe right sometimes because it's like, if I keep swiping left, they're gonna be like, you know what, you swipe left too much. We're just gonna say no more for you today because you didn't swipe right.
You think the algorithm is gonna say that's it?
It has. It has.
You're like, Khary, we don't have any more 23-year-olds for you to look at.
And it's a wide range. I normally, the moment I see their age, I'm like, oh, she's real cute and real pretty. She must be below this age. I'd be like, yep, swipe. You know, to the left of no. So in order for me to actually holler at somebody on the
You tell
lowest.
that they're too young for you because they look cute.
Sometimes, yes. But I can the only time I will really talk to somebody on the lower spectrum of that 20 years is if they approach me on a little more mature vibe, I would say, you know? And that's...
You want them to approach you on a mature vibe, and then
No,
you say...
I'm not saying I want them to. I say that's how they would approach me. That's how they have approached me. They've approached me like, I gotta try to be super mature or some shit like that or whatever, you know? But I'm just saying.
Do you see that comment from Brad and Mila?
Yes, before I got married, I was with a 50-year-old and I was 28.
Tell us how that went, Brad. Or
Hold on, wait, was that Brad or was that Mila?
Interesting question
You
there.
need that person to call.
Brad and or Mila, give us a call at 813-559-3339.
Oh,
We're going on 2 hours.
I know.
Oh, hey, Brad.
Hey, Brad.
Give us a call right quick. We got questions.
We got questions.
I actually knew a guy. I worked with a guy one time who was married to an older woman. Actually, he was like 20 not 20. Actually, no, he was a couple of years older than me, and his wife was probably like 50, 55, something like that. She was older, and he was like, they was married for a while too.
813-559. Hold on, Khary. 813-559-3339.
Really quick, Keita328 in response to Brad's comment. The damn 28. Ew.
Man. Yeah, I didn't.
Older women are way more romantic, according to Brian.
Romance.
I haven't found that to be true myself. I haven't found. I wouldn't agree.
Because you don't date them.
The ones I have dated, it's not that I won't. I have dated them. I just prefer younger because the ones I have dated around my age, they just not as exciting.
You don't strike me as a Ronnie romance anyway. Like, it sounds like you want to have a good time.
Caller.
Really fun.
You called in with Khary's Crib Live. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm in Michigan.
Brad calling from Michigan.
Hey, Brad.
What's happening, y'all?
So, you were 28 years old and you were dating a 50-something-year-old?
Yes, but she didn't look 50. She looked like about 40, 41. And it worked, up until moving in together. That's when things started to change. We started to figure each other out, and she was like, like a mom a little bit. I don't like all that. Like, don't mother me.
Brad, you were dating your mom.
I mean, no, my mom at the time, my mom was 64.
Okay, but she had more in common with mom than she did with sister.
I understand what you're saying, but yeah, it was. I don't know. I was being spontaneous. You hear me? And she was attractive.
That plays a very big part in it. At least for me.
Hold on, Brad. Let me ask you this question. I have a theory on couples that share an account. You've been caught cheating or something. Why you gotta share an account with your wife?
What do you mean share an account? What do you mean share an account? Like, what do you mean?
It's Brad and Mila Jones.
Oh no, that's just because the trust thing. I did that personally because of prior relationships. So before we got married, we've always shared everything, all social media platforms. I've never got caught. Nah, we've never had that problem. I just don't want that problem.
Okay, so you've had enough women make that a problem, so you're like, you know what? Let me get ahead of this bullshit.
Exactly. That's what happened. I promise you. I did some things in the past, and some females in the past did some things in the past. Yeah. But this relationship, I wanted this to work. So this is how we approached it.
Okay, I'm sorry to take us off.
Hey, it's okay.
So,
Hey, but I understand that because I've been asked, why's your phone that way? I'm like, you just met me 2 days ago. Why are you asking me why my phone upside down? Why my phone facing? Because I just sat my...
Yeah, we went through that.
But that also plays a part in why I am still single, though.
so wait, guys, now that I have 2 men on here, what is considered older for you guys?
For
You
me,
said older?
Older
Yeah.
than your age?
I mean, I
What
really,
would be considered an older woman? What would be considered an older man?
for me to date,
okay, so an older woman is someone that, like, she probably in the pens or, you know, she needs help getting in the tub and all that. Yeah. I mean, I don't discriminate.
You need help getting in the tub?
Okay,
I mean,
Brad,
hey, you know, I'm
let
just
me ask the
saying.
question more clearly. Or it was a clear question, but in relation to your age, like however old you are now, what would you consider older than you? Like, is it 5 years older
Oh,
than
that's
you?
63 y'all threw out there. That's 63. If she looks 63 with wrinkles and yeah, we gonna have to, like.
that's gonna be a go. That's gonna be a no.
Yeah, definitely. Because, you know, you got to be sexually attracted. You know,
Right.
it got to be some type of, you know, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Now, there are some sexy 63-year-old women.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
into grandma porn. I'm done.
No, it's not. It's not grandma porn. It's not grandma porn.
Fantasizing about Angela Bassett. Every time he says sexy older woman, he's talking about Angela Bassett.
Wow. Wow.
I'm done.
I feel you on that one, yeah.
You see
Now,
that?
old people give you worms. My grandma said it.
Oh,
people
Shantae,
give you-
Shantae,
They said what?
Shantae,
Oh,
I'm
people
not
give
even
you
going to
who?
say what Shantae said over here in the chat.
Old people give you worms.
I don't.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
very old.
Totally
That's
side,
an old woman.
totally sidetracked. I
That's
saw a
true.
meme today that said, go to Google and search old grannies and then go to images. Okay, but that's it. All right.
I ain't never done that before.
I saw this
I mean,
meme.
okay.
I
Hold up.
searched. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why that search term pulled up these images. I don't know
What is it?
why that search term.
So was it like old granny bodies or was it like... It's hard to... Okay, women. So what's your what's an older
Yes.
man preference that you would stop? Like what's the age?
For
that you would
me,
stop at?
I don't go that high. Maybe 7, 8 years older than me is old.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
I won't
So,
be.
see, but
I'm 43.
Go ahead, Janae.
okay.
go ahead, Janelle.
I'm 43. I think, I mean, I've talked to a guy who was, actually when I was in my 30s, I was talking to somebody who was 60. But I think too old for me now would be, or old for me now would be like somebody in his 70s. I think 60s is still popping. Like 70 is when you really start to change.
See,
like,
but men and women are a little bit different, I think. Or am I bugging?
Yeah, I think that too.
Or my body.
I'm not even gonna stunt.
So
I don't.
You
Okay,
can't-
so,
60-year-old women that might be
Right.
potentially attractive.
Right. Me finding a woman in her 60s that I'm attracted to is very slim, I think. I think that's very
That's
slim.
Yeah.
You know?
I
She gotta
cannot
be,
date
like,
anybody that is my
exercising,
daddy
jogging,
age.
Right. But I think women will find men in their 60s a lot more attractive than men in their 20s.
That's not true.
Some women.
I can show
Because
that's not true. I can show you a ton of women who are in their 50s and 60s who are on the bone. Like I've seen, like, oh my gosh, she looks great. But the same for men. Like I think you're think about it. When I was younger and I thought about 40, I thought that was so old. But now, like now that I'm in my 40s, I'm
now
like,
that we at that age, yeah, it ain't that old. It ain't.
It don't seem like it do it, right? Yeah.
Not at all.
those men and women who are beautiful. Not that I date like women, but I've met beautiful, young, like virile, young looking 60-year-old women. So that's not true. And y'all saying that puts it in your head that and that's not true.
Let me tell you something. I've met women.
I haven't seen it. That's why I say it.
You searched it, didn't you, Mimi? You searched it, didn't you, Mimi? Yeah.
You were looking it
Wait,
up.
what is the term?
Old grannies.
Old granny, don't do it today. Don't do it.
Hey.
I forgot I was gonna say that. I realized you searched it. Oh shit. Oh, another meme I saw, totally sidetracked. Totally back. It's actually going backwards. It said New Edition is the only group that could do a verses by themselves.
I saw that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's true though. That's true.
Wow. Yeah.
Hold on.
Because everybody went solo, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Let me round us right the fuck back. Khary, how can you date a female that doesn't appreciate the music you listen to?
No, a lot of these the younger women I have dated did like the music I listen to. They actually was like, yo, you got some good music taste because I have a variety of music. It's not just 90s shit. There's also some new shit in there. Not a whole lot, but there is some new shit in there. But there's also shit that's not hip hop and shit like that too. You know, like some like this group Jungle from the UK. They dope and shit like that. I be rocking too. But I'm more bothered when I make a reference to a movie that they don't know, that they've never seen.
Because it came out when their mamas was young.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that.
Yeah.
I was not gonna lie.
I was talking to this girl one time. I was talking to this girl one time, and I was like, "Yeah, I was married in '99," because she was asking me about my past. She was like, "Oh, I was in first grade."
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm in that same boat. So I was just about to say, the music thing was when I was dating the 50-year-old. The music thing was real different. Like the R&B that I listened to, she felt was provocative. Mm-hmm. She listened to Amazing Beverly and all that stuff. My grandmama used to listen to. So it was weird. It was weird. She didn't like my music at all. None of it. Yeah.
Listen, if the girl thinks that That's So Raven is a classic show, then you know the bitch too young.
Yeah, there are some differences. There are some differences and things like that.
When I went on a date with that guy with Mr. When I had to be about 23. I went on a date with Mr. And
where was he from?
He was from Harlem, Mr. Okay. He was from Harlem.
Why you keep on calling this man Mr.?
He was a Mr. Girl. Anyway, when I went on a date,
I probably got nicknames by people too.
Because there was one point he put 16 cents on the table, and I'm like, Mister, I don't know what that's for. I don't know what it's for.
16
and it was
cents.
a reference. 16 cents, a dime, a nickel, and a penny. And he was like, this is for you. And I guess it was supposed to turn me on. And I was like, sir, I don't know what that means. And it was a reference to a song. It was a reference that he made another man come and tell me what it meant. Okay. And it meant a nickel for your kiss. A penny for your kiss, a nickel for your something, and a dime to tell me you love me. And I was like, if you don't get this out my face.
Wow.
See, I wouldn't do that shit.
I think I remember that song.
I wouldn't.
But he was trying to be cute, and it wasn't cute. Like it did not land. It just was dumb.
See, that's why I make all my shits verbal. I'm like, oh, you don't know what that mean, huh? I'm like, okay, I get it. Yeah, you never seen trading. You never seen trading places. You never seen trading places.
No. That's how you say it, old man.
No.
You don't know what that means, huh?
You don't know what that means, huh? No, that's not how I say it. That's not how I say it. I say waka waka waka, and they be like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "Oh, you never seen the Muppets, neither? Fuck, you know."
They talking about, and when you say the Muppets, they be like Elmo.
Yeah, probably.
That's great.
They probably would say that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Elmo ain't got nothing to do with the Muppets. I'm sorry. You're not even that close to being Muppet.
Oh my God. Brad, you were dope. This was good.
Yeah, Brad, I appreciate you calling in, man.
I'm glad I came in. I just stepped in and I heard y'all was talking about. I was like, hey, I've been through that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talk about different stuff every week.
Wait, let me ask you real quick before you go, Brad. How old is your wife now?
27.
What's the age difference?
I'm 37, 10 years.
Okay.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I went backwards. Yeah.
No, but that's a good age difference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now
we had a few hiccups, you know, our first year, but we good now. Yeah, we good now.
Now, though I say 20 years, like that just
don't backtrack.
No, let me finish. That has been the youngest, right? But the average is probably about 15 years.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's see. So about 27,
And
28.
you was older?
Yeah.
Okay.
You already know he ain't dating nobody 15 years.
Dating up.
He only has one star.
You never know. You never know who I might meet. One of the last relationships that was actually semi-serious, almost. It was one of the closest towards serious that I've been involved in. She was closer to my age. She was actually like 37.
I remember her, and we did like her.
Right, and it didn't work. She said, what did she say?
She wasn't ready.
She said, she said, I can't be with a man that doesn't consider my feelings.
Oh, you talking about that one? We didn't.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's when I was talking.
Wow.
Khary, I didn't consider that one semi-serious just because she took care of you while you was sick.
No, it's not that. That has nothing to do with it.
That wasn't no semi-serious.
No.
That was short term. I'm thinking of the one that was up here that we liked.
Oh, that was in New York?
Yes. We liked her.
I'm not. Who's that? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I forget.
Oh my God, we doing this, y'all?
Okay, all right, never mind. That's all right. I'm not trying to figure it out on the live stream. Okay.
Whose channel was this?
Thank you so much, Brad.
This is
no
my
problem.
This is Khary's crib.
Try to catch the next one.
Every Tuesday and Friday.
Hold on, 1 second. Go ahead, Janae.
Before you let Brad go, Khary, I went to Brad and Mila's page really quickly, and I see that he plays. He's a gamer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. Yeah, I just started actually a couple of months ago. Yeah.
Khary also has another channel that he does called. Go ahead.
Game and Ganja.
Game and Ganja. All right.
You know, play games.
Check that out. I'm gonna check that out.
Channel, Brad.
I haven't really been streaming consistently on there though. It's a concept at the moment, but it's just about there, I think, almost. You know?
Yeah.
I'll definitely check out your channel though. I'll check out your channel.
Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Can you make sure you write it down for
Brad,
me?
don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you for coming on.
I'm subscribed already. I'm already subscribed.
Okay, well then like and share.
Okay, got it. No problem. I sure will.
All right. Appreciate that, Brad. You'll be good. All right.
So we just not gonna get down to the bottom of this.
I know we've yeah, I guess we're not gonna get down. Let's go ahead and you know what? I have let's go ahead and get into the news. And you know, I had the whole news thing, right? No, you know how I had the today's topic.
Oh, you don't call it a sizzle no more. It's called a what? What's it called?
It's called the stinger. The stinger. But let's go ahead and get. You know what? Let's get into today's news. Oh shit! Look at that. You see my dance in the background. Oh, but the beat stops, so you won't actually see me dance. So we are gonna get into today's news, which I have here on the. Oh, that's the wrong side. Which I have here on the side over here. You know.
Graphics.
But we're gonna be going over a little bit of news. Court hearing for a Tampa teen hacker, which was the hacker that broke into Twitter and stole some accounts and tried to get some money out of it. I actually have some news printed out. I actually did a lot of printing. I had bought a printer a while back. I be going on tangents and shit. I bought a printer a while back. You know what I realized today after I started printing? I'm running out of ink already. So we're going to be going over a little bit of Kanye working for the Trump campaign. There was a news article with Forbes. He did an exclusive interview. We're going to be talking about the WNBA players clap back with t-shirts, and the Tampa mayor ignores people but not the police. That's what we're going to be talking about today in today's news, which is, I'm not really a journalist, so I'm going to give you my opinion on today's news and shit like that. So, let's go talk about first with today's news. We're going to go with this court hearing for a Tampa teen accused of being the mastermind behind the Twitter hacks. Do you remember when the quarantine and shit first started and people first started getting on Zoom and everybody started getting kind of hacked with Zoom and people throwing up porn and shit on there?
It was called Zoom bombing.
Right. Well, that happened in court during this teen's hearing. So they had a Zoom meeting for the hearing, and clearly they didn't adhere to the suggested things that Zoom said you should do to prevent people from just bombing your Zoom meetings. Which is a password, which is a waiting room, you know?
Yep.
And so they were just allowing people to come in because it was a public hearing. So I guess they felt like, we'll just treat it like a public hearing and leave it open for anybody. And motherfuckers started bombing it. So it happened multiple times. So you know how it goes. You know, it keeps going and going and going and going.
Wait. How it go again?
I'm not gonna do it again. You heard it. You know, that's how it went. And yes, so they was getting Zoom bombed with porn and shit like that until they actually had to just end the meeting. And it was for a kid that he actually made about almost $150,000 with this hack. He was selling information or Twitter accounts or something along those lines, but he had to go to court and he's facing some serious time. And it's just funny that the hacker's trial got hacked.
You know, in that, I wouldn't put the kid in jail. Like, make him return the money. Obviously, let there be a penalty. But
17 years old.
Clearly, the kid is incredibly talented. He just, as Kai just mentioned, he wasn't smart enough to hide his IP address.
Right. That's where he kind of failed.
I mean, I think the government should use his skills. The fuck?
They might eventually, after they take away his privileges for a while, you know, because you know how you got to pay for the stuff they will do to you. But never mind, I won't go into all of that nonsense. I'm not a political guy. I don't know all of that stuff. And speaking of not political, I'm gonna talk some more politics and shit. Was that politics? No, right? That wasn't politics. Yeah, I guess. It had to do with courts and shit like that. I guess anything courts in some way or another is politics in some way, right? Maybe. But, okay. Yeah, I don't think the kids should go to... He was 17, though. He kind of knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he definitely knew.
You know, and he was the mastermind that actually had a few other people that he had helping him and shit like that. But
also, he's an entrepreneur. Bravo to him.
Yeah. Which he just wasn't smart enough to not get caught. That was his problem. That was his problem. But in other news, I read earlier today, this story actually came out yesterday. Kanye West indicates that his spoiler campaign is indeed designed to hurt Biden.
We knew this.
We assumed it.
We knew this.
But now it seems like Yeezy kind of confirms it. Says the billionaire rap superstar indicated in an interview by text today that he was in fact running to siphon votes from the presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden. Asked about that directly, West said that rather than running for president, he was walking, quickly adding that he was walking to win. Yep.
What?
That's what he says. And then West says that he's also designing a school within the next month, and that I'm meeting with Betsy DeVoe about the post-COVID curriculum.
Oh, you make my wig itch. Oh my God. Okay. One, Betsy DeVoe, or what is it, DeVoe? The boss, the whatever, the bitch. She's stupid. She has no idea what to do with education.
But yet she's in charge.
She was appointed because she's for Trump. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I can't.
And yet she's making decisions for the education of this company.
I'm done.
Country, which I guess is a company, right?
Over it. What else?
And yeah, he's bipolar.
I'm like, the fact that Kanye actually said out of his mouth he has no issues with dividing the black vote.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Let's see. Yeah, he's kind of doing that's why some Republicans or that side are trying to act like they're not on that side, but on that side are trying to help him get on ballots in different states, just to make it harder for Biden to win by trying to.
I know.
Now,
I mean, talk about he could win with write-ins.
Are people? Yep. Are there enough people foolish enough? Are there?
I'm sorry.
Are there enough? Are there enough people foolish enough to actually vote for him if he is on any ballots?
Yes.
There were enough people foolish enough to not vote last election. So yeah.
Millennials love him. Like, young people love him. Young white people love him.
Enough to put him in the office?
No. I hope not.
But enough to make sure it's easier for Trump to stay in office?
To split the vote, yeah. I think he could muck things up, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. Did I speak about Trump on Tuesday potentially trying to use his power to stay in office even if he loses?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I believe so, or we could have just discussed it. Anything is possible.
Let's see. So yeah, after West saying he was designing a school, Trump says he likes Kanye very much. He says he has nothing to do with him getting on the ballot. We'll have to see what happens. So being that he started his sentence with "I like Kanye very much" and then finished with "I have nothing to do with him being on the ballot," he definitely has something to do with him being on the ballot.
I agree.
Because if he was going to potentially be an opponent, he wouldn't be speaking good about him. And that's just...
yeah, actually, I remember this. The other day, Shantae was asked to sign a petition to get him on the ballot.
Was she? Where was this at?
In 5.
Who was doing that? Did y'all run him out and say, "Get out of here with that bull"?
She knows the people personally.
Huh?
She knows the people personally.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that's a little bothersome, I think. That Kanye is just trying to... Well, he just confirmed what we've all assumed.
I'm over him. I'm over everybody, basically.
I've been saying it. That nigga nutty.
Oh, and Faye said, mind you, they were young black dudes.
And probably uninformed young black dudes.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Tay, you think they're uninformed?
Uninformed enough to want to add him to the ballot, or
Uninformed enough to know that they were being paid.
or informed enough to want money for something that they don't believe in.
They were being paid.
Yeah. So I guess they can see exactly how somebody might get paid to do shit they don't believe in. First-hand experience.
So Shantae State, they literally told her that they knew he shouldn't be in office, but they were getting paid well.
Yeah. Yeah. So they learned
there you have it.
firsthand how you can get paid to do some shit you don't believe in.
Yeah.
Politics in America.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Janae.
What's getting paid well? Like how much? Because I feel like
I don't know.
the people are so.
I'm unsure. What's next on news?
Next on the news is Kelly Loeffler. Have you know who Kelly Loeffler is?
Is that the WNBA owner, senator?
Yes. She's a senator and part owner of the Atlanta Dream. And she's also very outspoken and against Black Lives Matter. She was against Black Lives Matter being on the court. She was against Black Lives Matter being on any jersey. She'd rather have the American flag. She's, I believe she's very pro-Trump, and just she was very not with the players wanting to protest. She's for free speech, but she doesn't want politics in basketball.
She's for free speech, and she's also for the Second Amendment.
Right. She's for using patriotism to disguise racism, is what it says to me.
Yep.
That's what I think. But she kind of, it's hard for me to even explain all the bullshit she's done, but she's pissed off a lot of people on her team that she kind of co-owns. Actually, she pissed off a lot of women in the whole league, not just her team, but the whole league. So now people in the league and on her team are now wearing shirts that are promoting the her opponent that's running for senator, who is, they're wearing shirts that's saying, vote Warnock, who is Reverend Raphael Warnock, who is challenging the Republican from Georgia for her U.S. Senate seat. So I found that kind of funny that the players that she's actually paying are wearing shirts promoting her opponent for senator to say,
love it. And they wear it on the court.
Yeah, they wear it to the game, come out in the building that's supposed to be her building, but she's a co-owner, so she doesn't really own the building, but they was like, bitch, we don't want you as senator no more. I'm speaking in their tone. I'm not necessarily calling. I'm speaking in their tone. She said, so we're wearing these t-shirts to say, we don't want your ass as senator no more, and we are so pro you not being here, we wear shirts to vote for your opponent. What you gonna do about that? And
I love every bit of it. I love every single moment of it. Because where she wants the separation of politics from the sport, in her campaign, she actually mentions that she's part owner of this WNBA team. Mm-hmm. Where's the separation?
It only exists when it has to deal with
it's good for her. Right. It's good for her when it suits her needs, but when it goes against what she's for, it's like, oh no, get that out of here.
That's a fact. So
I'm glad that it's backfiring. So lovely.
Yeah, the fans. I mean, not the fans. How are the fans reacting with it? I haven't really seen that.
I haven't seen the reactions from fans as of yet.
Okay, I'm curious to see how that's going to, or how that has looked. I have only seen reports on them actually wearing the shirts and seen pictures of them coming out and shit like that, but I haven't really seen the crowd reactions and things like that. So I'm curious to see how that's going to look. I might actually look for some of those videos a little later on this evening, after the stream and things like that, to see if there is any crowd reactions. Actually, let me write that down before I forget, because I've had this cookie dough tonight.
That's
so
why that's that old man shit.
What's that?
Let me write this down before I forget.
No, that's cookie dough. That's cookie dough. I'm smart enough to know I have had a little bit of cookie dough. Oh, you see that? That's a rhyme. I'm smart enough to know I had that cookie dough, so I need to write down this shit before I forget what I thought I knew I needed to know.
Shit. Let me write this down.
Yeah. Well, your ass is just
Okay.
old.
All right. What was I supposed to write down? All right. Never mind. I wrote it down. Don't ask me what I wrote down.
He dead ass forgot.
Don't ask me what I wrote down. Okay. So that's backfiring on the WNBA owner. That's also a senator, but wants to separate senators from sports. But she's like, yo, I own a sports team. Come watch it. All right. And to stay on line with politics and women, I guess, I totally did not mean with this theme of this show to be women, but it seems to be. Jane Castor is the mayor of Tampa. And it's about time we get her out of here. She's not agreeing with what the people of Tampa are speaking. And I am one of these people of Tampa that is speaking this, which is defund the police. We've been protesting out here. And one of the main points is, the police need to be defunded. And she's pretty much been supporting the police and not saying anything when they did fucked up shit during the protest and things like that. And their so-called riots and shit like that. But what she is doing is she is boosting the budget of the police department by $13 million. So while
everyone else is defunding them.
Right. While many cities are defunding, she's like, you know what? We need to give them more money to keep doing more fucked up shit and empowering them even more to do fucked up shit. You feel me? So, what's your thoughts on that?
Well,
I immediately posted some shit like, we need to get her out of here. Everybody make sure you vote.
that's important.
Yeah. And not really thrilled that it's my city that I'm living in right now. That this is
I mean, you shouldn't be thrilled about your state. It's Florida, for goodness sake.
Yeah, it is Florida, but I'm not too thrilled with it at all. But I'm definitely gonna be in support of getting her out of office and gonna be doing my part to help get that to be seen.
It's important to vote, guys. Make sure you go out and vote this November?
Yes.
It's important
I
to
think
know
so.
when to vote.
Actually, no, it's earlier than November. I think we actually had an election recently, or one coming up. I need to look that up. What's that? What's so funny? What happened? What did I miss?
While I'm telling them it's important to vote, I don't know when we're voting. So,
Right.
You make sure you're registered to vote. Just don't think because you have an ID, a driver's license, that you're actually registered. Please make sure you're registered to vote. FYI, Kanye West has never voted in any election, and he literally just registered to vote. So there you have it.
Okay. I got a Cash App donation here that says, for Mimi, Paul didn't remember your Cash App. There's a Cash App here for you, Mimi. So I will send that over to you.
Get it?
Oh, that was sweet. Mimi's out here with admirers and shit.
I might get a boo this year yet.
That's all because of that wop. That
Let me find out this hair is working.
See? Khary.
Yes.
Look at what some 40-year-old things will do for you.
I
What?
see.
Look at that.
I'm just
Look at God.
I'm just talking about my own personal experiences. You know, and all little opinions. You know, nobody should
Hold on,
take my
Shantae, you saw that?
my opinions.
Oh, big cash app. Hey.
Cash app, nigga, where the cash?
Hey.
All right, but I think that's all the news I got for today. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I actually tried to format this to where it's like an hour and a half, and here we are, 2.5 hours. Ugh.
2.5 hours.
I'll figure out timing one day.
Today was a good show.
That's what she says. Oh my God. Never mind. Like, nigga, you take too long. I'm like, what? Nothing. Huh?
Just FYI, guys. Petty by Mimi. That's Mimi, M-E-M-E.
Mm-hmm.
That's my cash app, though. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. I'll get back to doing my YouTube soon. I've just been so happy being on Khary's Crib that I don't have time for
Khary's Crib.
Well, I'm glad you.
And don't forget to like, share, donate, and make sure you subscribe so you're notified whenever a new Khary's Crib is up.
Yes, definitely do that. I think that might be yeah, just about. Yeah. I think we're wrapped with everything we wanted to talk about and shit. I think it's time to sign off. We'll be back on Tuesday. I'm glad you joined me. I'm glad you was able to get your phone working and properly and shit like that so you can connect with us.
I'm so sorry I was late, guys. Thank you for holding us down. What I call you, product. Production, Janae.
Thank you for all the new house guests and all the house guests who participated today.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
And also, like, to Paul and to Brad, thank you so much for calling. And Brian, thank you for keeping us laughing. Keita328. Who was the other one? Oh my God, there was somebody else who was hilarious. Sandria was
Sandria.
Kai,
yeah,
Brian, Sandria.
Gem Life was funny too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Y'all had us. Kai, thank you for stopping in. Thank you so much. Even though Kai, you here every single time.
That's a
like
fact.
a good work would be.
That's a fact. Let's see.
Shawnee, Shantae, thanks for popping in. All of y'all. This was such a good time tonight. Y'all are too funny.
Thank you, house guest.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, house guest.
And thank you for my money. Khary, send me my money.
I will definitely do that. But I think that's everything. I think we got everything wrapped up. I think that's everything. I don't know what the hell we're gonna be talking about on Tuesday, but I am gonna have a couple of poets lined up to join us next week. I might do some streaming tomorrow, just fucking around with some shit, playing with some things. Not myself. I might do some Black Ops. No, it's a Black Ops. Call of Duty. Warzone. That's what it is. I might do some Warzone. Shoot some people in the face. That's what I like doing to kind of release some stress with video games. Smoke a blunt or two. Play some games. Get a bunch of kills. I think that's everything. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Khary's Crib on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all the social media shits. Email Khary's Crib with any of your thoughts, afterthoughts, questions, feedback, things like that. I will read it. I might not answer, but I will definitely read it. See you every Tuesday and Friday evening at 9 p.m. for Khary's Crib Live. Let's see. I think that's everything. That's right there. Oh, I would like to thank everybody that donated during the last versus battle. I was actually supposed to update my. You know what? It's the same week. Oh, let me stop that. I don't want to play that again. It's the same week. So I'll leave the credits for the same week. I haven't updated that. I will update it over the weekend. I don't feel like spending more time. But y'all sitting here as I update it. So thank my guests. I don't have no guests today. I will thank my guests for next week. I'm doing it early. All right, I'm tired. It's been a long day. but I'm gonna be up late. I'm not too tired. I'm just gonna ready to get up out of here.
Not young, sorry.
All right, I'm gonna be up to probably about 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably gonna play some Black Ops for maybe an hour or two. I might jump on Twitch tonight, even. Maybe I might jump on Twitch. I don't know. Possibly, potentially. It's 11:48. Nah, probably not. But I will get online tomorrow. But I'm glad you joined me. May your weekend be great. Do your best to stay sucker free. And keep a smile on your face, baby. We out. And that was the right button.
Started off, look you in your eyes, real deep. Before I kiss your lips, rub down to your hips, spread your legs like peace. I'm like the backup picture, relief. Now watch me pitch the perfect game and put the score out of reach. I'm a beast, so remember how I make your body splash up on the beach. I'm a feast, let me taste your juices. I'm a freak, make you come in deuces, that's a treat. You at the peak, the fourth time make a streak. Wet sheets when I dive in, so as I'm about to slide in, that's when you wake up at your sleep. Last night was crazy, and it felt so amazing. In your dreams, when you close your eyes and you think of me. You said last night was crazy, and it felt so amazing. In your dreams.
You are now tuned into Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib.